Pi networks. Raspberry Pi and Raspberry Pi alternatives. Kali Linux on Raspberry Pi and other distribution Linux OS. Kali Linux is a must-have security penetration testing Linux operating system for ethical hacking. Find security vulnerabilities with pre-installed Kali Linux 600 tools. One of our best Raspberry project tools that run in-depth security reports to protect your intellectual business data. Call us at 678-304-8921. Kali Linux Raspberry Pi can be used to test the security of business networks, home networks, websites, and checks for all security vulnerabilities. Ready to go to the shop now? Kali Linux is a must-have security penetration testing operating system. We are a USA company that has cost containment COVID-19 self-service kiosks. Our cost containment prices are very competitive to companies that sell from overseas and are forced to use Google. Self-service kiosks made on LinPi.dev's Raspberry Pi 4 and alternative Raspberry Pi hardware and motherboards with Linux operating systems. Temperature readings, attendance records, facial recognition database that can screen all individuals on entry to office buildings, manufacturing plants, factories, healthcare settings, supermarkets, hotels, schools, and more. Contact tracing is made easy with full logs of entry times and temperature readings. Raspberry Pi devices, best Kodi repositories for 2020, media server, and it is the best media server software. Kodi Edition Raspberry Pi. Kodi boxes Raspberry Pi projects for streaming movies, music, radio, and all entertainment. Cancel your TV and have one less bill. Buy once and never pay again. Best Kodi repositories for 2020 and stream the best streaming content. Flagship Raspberry. Latest Kodi for Raspberry Pi projects, made by LinPi.dev. Kodi can play media through several different methods. Our Kodi Raspberry Pi alternative builds are capable of handling virtually any media file you throw at it, from videos and music files to photos. Moreover, Kodi touts robust media library features such as the ability to organize your movies, TV shows, and music with downloaded metadata such as box art. You can import local files from connected drives such as hard drives and flash drives, as well as via network shares. Want to schedule a call to learn more? Request below. 678-304-8921. Game emulators that include NES, SNES, N64, Sega, Dreamcast, PlayStation, and all the classics. Various gaming controllers available to choose from. Raspberry Pi projects emulators. Data privacy is what we provide, and anonymous internet browsing. LinPi with a Linux operating system with anonymous VPN, proxy, and public DNS server that does not keep logs or data of your DNS search queries. Different options for the data privacy-based Linux operating systems for anonymous web browsing that cannot be tracked. Many options for touchscreens, keyboards, remote controllers, and more. No DNS leaks. Easy to hide spying and recording devices to protect yourself legally. GPS-based systems and GPS tracking are also available for business use and safety. Alternative Pi Mini Linux for entertainment, streaming media servers, and kid games and cartoons with touchscreens. Our systems are very similar to Android, and they do not require a Google account or any cloud account. Linux is capable of anything and we support open source proudly. The only is the hardware, which is very cost containment. Imagine a Best Buy where you can afford everything and not spend a fortune. Business class and home network security devices. Firewalls, Wi-Fi access points, and extenders, voice over IP phones, use on your device and installed with the best Linux distributions. Network security with real-time monitoring and historical data with proactive alerts. This tool is scalable for large networks and over VPNs and can power up and start working anywhere you connect to the internet. Full visibility of the entire network. Useful for managed service providers, internal IT staff, business owners, and home users. Cases are made in the US, and we offer other motherboards with different specifics, as we do not limit ourselves to purely Raspberry Pi devices. Training videos if you are interested in becoming a Linux expert yourself for a small subscription-based payment. The tools built in our SaaS tools are also provided remotely with a web interface. We offer cloud alternatives for our tools. LinuxPi developers tools are for everyone. Custom request. Cost containment technology. Fast delivery. Customer service. Learn more about Linux,